Praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
Sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that, ain't none of that they're new to us. Acting like that you pop off, no damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane, carrying like that do the truck. Trend following, I'm surprised you just not catching up. It's my way or the highway, baby girl, I'm not a settler. Don't play with my kind, no matter my mind, I promise it get pitiful. They love me, I promise I do the bare minimum. My people, they say that I'm underrated, but it's crazy, I'm steady, they killing them. Can't ride my wave, I'm flipping them. Come up for some earth and I'm dipping them. I'm so sick of all you weak, lame. Sick of being so open, man. It's dead for that, man. It's 2023. Maybe I see. Talk about, man. All I wanna do is talk and talk and talk. I can really give a.
Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we've got high-flying offenses set to take off. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Herbert. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is fielded at the 27. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. You look at this Cowboy defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Cowboys very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially.
He's got it at the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Herbert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Herbert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there's definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now. High and over to make the catch downfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Stroud on third down now. Forced out to his left. And check down, complete to Hall. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Run!
On first down, Justin Herbert. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this group. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Stroud to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll run 4th down here. That pass So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Parker in motion right. Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. His throw incomplete.
The one thing we know about RPO throws, they don't take long to develop. He had him wide open to the outside, hit him with it, but I think his eyes were looking downfield trying to see that open grass. Ends up dropping it. That's a missed opportunity.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback
wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. That is caught. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. As he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Straight ahead is Hall. And now off to the races down the right side. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Cowboys. Breece Hall. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as
McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on
so
the
not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Now a first down carry for Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Herbert. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Herbert off of play action. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
That one finds Hyatt. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On the bootleg, Stroud. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, they got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
In motion right, Olave. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around it. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Hyatt has got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Final play of the half, Stroud. He completes it to Olave. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we've reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. 2nd and 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and out brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Wright's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's right. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Khalil Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Again on second down, it's Stroud. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On second down, here's Herbert. Incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And now here come the Cowboys. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Looking high its way once again. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Go, Reed, go! Let's go!
They'll run with Hall. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Hall again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The kick by Elliott is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, There's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud. Olave holds it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, here's Stroud. That's Olave bringing in another one. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't roll it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Complete to right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Harris running straight ahead. And he works free. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Throwing on down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Let's go now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Hyatt was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Hyatt goes in motion left.
Buffalo 18.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here. This one taken in by Olave. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
Mustang 19.
The throwing again is Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Stroud's a throw completed to Hyatt. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Hyatt, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Herbert's that's taken in by Okonkwo. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Set, let's go! Let go!
Play action. Stroud now. That one finds Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Street. Cup 19. Ready.
And Stroud now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. 3rd down and 13. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
60 Bobcats.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chris Olave, 50 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Let's go. Set.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.
eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, they don't really get crowds, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really get drunk, but my boots up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience?
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9?
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here the... Ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
The Cowboys sitting at 5-2 on the year. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me...
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never balled the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
When we return to MetLife Stadium. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hall want to give up the middle. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player. And not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Down to the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Cousins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Pick it now on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Devontae Wyatt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of the formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Option on the left side. Pickett's going to keep it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Hall again on 2nd down. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On first down, right back to Hall. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run by Bigsby.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
In motion right is Jones. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Cousins here going to change the play. Back to the ground with Hall.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Devin Duvernay.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Olave hauls it in.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player. And not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, Cousins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here's a give to Hall. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him, where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On the run, it's Oliver. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. This is Morris. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Some strong running at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've hit halftime all even. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. To the air on first down with Pickett. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Pitts, 30 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, he sheds himself free. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jones now in motion left. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Cowboys. Zay Jones, 35 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now 3rd and 9.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Ball again on 2nd down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. In motion left goes Jones. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6.
throwing. Cousins. Olave over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
One more time with Hall. And this run not much better than the last. I don't think this one got back to the line of scrimmage either. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Jones now in motion left. And he's got it. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Pickett to throw on 1st down. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Pickett back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Shot.
Back to throw. Pickett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? A give running right is Hall. We'll get this up to about the 44. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Cousins now tries the left side and finds Olave. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They got to
get to the 23 here on third. Cousins. The pass caught by Olave. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Now 3rd down and 7. They'll go again with Hall.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Pickett. That's caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Now Pickett. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot for Pickett.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.